Honor Club, where honor is real.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honor Nation, it's me, the Beer City Bruiser, along with Brian Malonis, and this is Happy Hour with the Bouncers. Brian, man, that background's awesome, dude. Is that MSG?
That's Madison Square Garden. It's a G1 Supercard.
Don't
Remember we sold it out?
Don't you have a story for your grandkids for that when you have grandkids?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to tell them how, their granddad, Brian Malonis, sold out the Garden with Jushin Thunder Liger. Everybody's talking about Liger and Malonis in the Garden, baby.
Yeah, which isn't the case at all. But hey, we were there. We did it. And today's guest was also there.
Okay.
So that's the only hint I'm going to give you. Today's guest was also in the Garden with us. Any clue?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of people in the Garden with us.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, if we're talking to me, it could be somebody in the Garden. There were like 18,000 fans there too. So
That's true. Well, I'm not going to keep our guests waiting. I'm not going to have you wait or the fans anymore. This guest is a commentator. He is basically one of the greatest color commentators in the business. He's a great, fantastic wrestler. He's been in the business a long, long time. I consider him a good friend. Brian, you do too. It's none other than the preacher himself, Caprice Coleman. Nice. Coleman, how are you doing, huh, man?
I'm outstanding. I feel like I'm the surprise of surprises.
You are, man. You are. Welcome to Happy Hour with the Bouncers.
Man, I'm happy to be here. I also brought a drink along with me. I try to get down with y'all. We're going to get it together, One swing at a time, baby. One swing at a time.
Caprice may be the most jacked color commentator in the history of the business.
Every week on the week by week physique, I'm just waiting for Caprice to sit there flexing those big muscles and.
I got those just in case muscles, just in case they want me to do something. I still got it.
you know though, Caprice, of the broadcast duo though. You have the worst professional wrestling record out of the two of you, you and Ian.
Yeah.
Ian is undefeated.
I remind him all the time that he's undefeated. Beautiful flying elbow drop and everything.
It's because of your training, though, that he's undefeated, right? Like you took him under your wing, showed him everything he knew, right?
I would love to take the credit for that, man. But Ricky Bobby did that thing, man. I was sitting in the front row. I was commentating while it happened. And when he got on the top rope, I was like, he's not going to do it. He did that. And I mean, he went all out. He just put all caution to the wind. And man, I watched that thing about 100 times. They put it on like a gift. And I watched that thing about 100 times, man.
Your calls, Caprice, on our matches and all matches, the excitement that you show really gets us jacked up when we watch them too. Because there's times when you're literally coming out of your seat because you don't know what's going on until it happens, right?
I don't know what's going on when it happens, and I am a genuine fan of professional wrestling. I have been since I was 3 years old. And to be part of this sport, to be part of a company that takes care of us, that loves it, and allows us to be who we are, and then I get to call the action, it's genuine. I love it. I'm excited, and I get to express it to people, to be able to paint the picture of professional wrestling for the world. Who else can complain about something like that, man? That's the best job in the world.
Yeah, me and Brian talk all the time while we're part of the best company, and our company really cares about everything. In fact, you took part of something pretty special on YouTube with the Roundtable.
Yeah,
Where you guys, that's Ring of Honor showing that, hey, we care what our superstars think, and you and Lethal and Shane, you all got together and got to educate the world. Man, I was a big fan of that, and I give you props. That was awesome.
Man, I have to give that to Shane Taylor, man. I was approached with the idea, and he asked me he told me what he was doing because he knew I'd be down with it, and our only question was if Ring of Honor would allow us to do it. And they did, and they let us be us. They interviewed it. They didn't edit anything out, and it was a great interview. And they had everybody on there with Kenny King, Shane Taylor, Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham, and I. We all had our individual stories, and were able to express ourselves in a way to where people, if they watch it, they can open their minds and maybe get a better understanding about things. And I really appreciate the platform that we were given to be able to speak on that.
And that's on the Ring of Honor YouTube page. Another fun thing that I've actually been a part of, Caprice, was the Pulpit.
Oh, man.
Coleman Pulpit. And fans, if you go back in the archives of Ring of Honor, you can see the Pulpit. He's got some great ones. He's got the one where I'm eating bread the whole time while you're trying to interview Silas.
Yeah, and it never runs out. The bread never runs out. Like it keeps, you eat it, but it doesn't disappear. It's like 2 fish and 5 loaves is what I tried to do. And like the wine never disappeared and all. And I looked at the comments or whatever, and like 1 or 2 people caught on. I was like, message. The message.
and I think it was where you had Damian. Well, he's Damian Priest now, but he's Punishment Martinez on there. That was one of my favorites.
Like I hate babies.
I never get to be on a pulpit. I'm disappointed now.
Well, hey, there's a lot of things we can do, and actually, to be honest with you, Bruiser helped me out with a lot of those pulpits. Man, we sit there, and the way Ring of Honor supports each other. Man, he sat there and he was like, he would say, "Hey, man, what about this and what about this?" And he had ideas that we went off of, just like a lot of other superstars, man. It was just a great time to be able to do that, man. And I missed the pulpit, and hopefully one day we'll be able to bring it back, because I saw somewhere in the new production truck there's a new pulpit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Did I say that? I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Hey, before we get too deep into this, I did want to bring up something, and I want to preface it first by saying, Caprice, I love hitting the road with you. You're one of my favorite travel partners. I can't tell you how many times we packed in a minivan together over the last few years. But there's something I figured it's a good time to bring it up. We have you here. We can talk about it. I just want to talk about your pronunciation of my name. It's Malonis, not Mahonis. It's Malonis with like an L in the middle of it. Like, other than that, I think you're great. I love you, buddy. But just my name is Malonis.
Malonis. So if you took, so it's Bryan Malonis.
Right.
I tried to like make pictures of things of how I can remember people's names and all. So it's kind of like if we took the M out of your name and replaced it with the B, it'll almost be like Balonis, like bologna.
Oh.
No,
it's not Balonis.
No, it's Malonis.
Has it always been that way? Is that like when you first came into professional wrestling, was you like, "Hey, my name is Bryan Malonis with an L"? Is that the way you did it?
Well, when I came into the world, like when I was born, the day I was born.
That's your real name?
That's my real name.
You can look him up. That's his name.
Were you able to keep your lunch money at school?
I probably actually took some other people's lunch money at school,
Really?
to be honest.
The Malonis, give me my lunch money.
There you go.
I got it. So how long have you been in the sport, Malonis? I got to say it a couple of times to get it right, man. If you're going to get it right, we're going to put you on the pulpit right now. Say, hey, heaven high, this is Coleman's Pulpit.
Yeah,
and
we're in the pulpit.
We have the Beer City Bruiser and Bryan Malonis. So
the pulpit's back, Brian.
It's back,
Brian.
and you brought it back, because I'm going to get your name back. And I'm going to say your name 50 times before we go off there, just to make sure Malonis gets his name right. Yes.
No, we just had this happen. Remember, we had Quinn on. She took the whole thing over. This is not the pulpit. This is happy hour with the bouncers. We're interviewing Caprice.
Well, how did you feel when Quinn was on last week?
No. Yeah. Wait. No, Caprice. We're interviewing you now.
Yeah.
I understand that. What I'm saying is the feelings that you felt inside when Quinn McKay was there, because I also know that you have feelings for Session Moth Martinez. So I was wondering, with that, your feelings, was there any confusion in that?
I had no confusion. Malonis, did you?
No, I wanted Quinn to help me out. She's friends with Session Moth.
Yeah. Would you have rather had Session Moth than Quinn?
No, you're not doing this. No,
I'm asking that question because I actually have Session Moth's number, and I talk to her sometimes, and she brings you up. She actually brings your name up from time to time. Not Matt's, yours. Like, it's not really. It's yours.
Oh, look at that.
How does she say it? Does she say it Malonis?
No. She kind of starts it with a B, like my baloney has Malonis. That's how she remembers it. That's why I know I can remember it too, Malonis, because it almost rhymes with Balonis.
No. This is
no.
Brian.
No, this is not going well. This is not going well.
This
it's not. But Quinn McKay, she might have felt a certain way just because she was on the show. But I know Cesar Martinez has great feelings towards you.
Yeah, she's been on the show. She thought it was a date with me and her.
Huh?
Yeah, she thought it was a date between me and her.
She's playing, man. She playing, bro. She playing, bro. I promise you, she playing, man. Just like in grade school, bro. She playing, man. She playing.
Yeah.
You know what she told me though? She told me that Brian was a bologna jive turkey.
Oh, and he hung up. He hung up on us. Brian called you a jive turkey and hung up on us. You got to stop insulting our guests, man.
How did I insult them?
I don't know, but he called you a jive turkey and hung up. It's done.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to fight Caprice now.
Brian, no fighting Caprice. Let's just end it now. Cheers to you, fans at home. Cheers to you, and there's been another happy hour with the Bouncers. Cheers.
Friday, September 25th at 9 p.m. Ring of Honor Wrestling presents the very best of Death Before Dishonor. See the very best matches from the past on pay-per-view and streaming for Honor Club with current ROH stars commenting and watching it all. Don't miss ROH alumni CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and Bryan Danielson, plus current athletes like Roosh, Matt Taven, the Briscoe Brothers, and many more. Find out why Honor has always been real. Friday, September 25th. It's the very best of Death Before Dishonor on pay-per-view.